Okay. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I think I have a bad extension cord. Hi, Suzanne. I'm here. My extension cord isn't working to turn the light on. So hang tight. Give me a sec. Welcome in, everyone. I'm back. Outside light on. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry. Hi. I'm here. Um, the deck is done, and I was going to do live out here, but my extension cord is not working. But we will just go with it. Let me lower this down. So this is the deck. Looks gorge. Cute furniture. It's a lot of work to get this done. Looks gorgeous. So I wanted to use my ring light. Hi, KP. And it's not working. So that's unfortunate because I need a plug. I'm a hot mess. But hello, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Living Faith Homestead. How are you? Thank you for the welcome back. It's been a tough one. Suzanne, I just love you. Hello, Shelly and Anthony. Um, Loving the night sounds. Yeah, I figured we could do it out here. Greetings from Louisiana. I will fix this a little bit better. Just give me a sec. Everyone say hello to Suzanne, moderator that's in here. Um, Trying to find a comfy spot. Okay, let's see. That should do it. So, hi everyone, and welcome back. Take a leg and let's dig it. Let me turn you around and show you. So, my ring light is not turning on. Neither is my phone. And it's probably because my white extension cord is probably dead. We're under a burn ban, you are. Yeah, Jean just picked these up because of the mosquitoes. So I told her relax out here and have a good time, and she went in and gave me permission to do live out here. So pretty. That's part of the picture inside. Tonight's live is from out here, but that's disappointing because I thought I would have been able to brighten up the place so you could see the full effects of everything. So totally different. Um, Being outside, it's nice out, so that's a blessing for sure. That's the garden back there. So, um, awkward tonight coming back. I'm telling you, after being not on for like a week. So yeah, we'll get into all that. And but how are you guys doing? How's everything going? How's your gardens? I almost thought about taking a strip cord out of my room, but I'm not sure if that would work. And I'm not sure if it'll let me share this out. It hasn't been letting me. Now let's see if I can find it. So how are you, Suzanne? Oh, sorry I did that. For some reason, you can't share it out now anymore. So if you can hear me and see me fine, thumbs up, let me know before we get this started. This is a very comfortable set. Hello, Garden State so-and-so. Robin, how are you? Can you see me? Same, Mel. So is the sound and everything okay? Sorry, it's a little dark. In case you're just coming in, the extension cord isn't working. I don't know why. I don't know. It's beautiful out, actually. Okay, so you see me, you hear me, waiting for some thumbs up or something. I'm assuming Paul Honeyman will be in at some point, because I have seen him, and he said he was glad to see that I'd finally posted a video. So I told him that I would be live Sunday night. Hear you okay? Thank you, Suzanne. So I guess this needs to be shared out. If anyone can share the live out, that would be great. And yeah, these mosquito things Jean has is working wonders, because my arms were getting chewed earlier. You hear you okay? Okay, good. So guess you saw in the video, first video back with the gushing of blood from the mosquitoes, I showed the deck not finished. I was really hoping to be able to show it to you tonight, because it's gorgeous. It's big, it's wide, it's so pretty, it's really nice. The gentleman did a lovely job. Jean did a wonderful job with picking out the furniture and stuff. So, speaking of Jean, she's gonna check the plug.
Ooh. It wasn't plugged in.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh, Jean might have just figured it out.
How do you turn it on?
I think just that round circle button right there. Bingo. She did it. So in the kitchen it wasn't done?
Yeah, it wasn't plugged in the kitchen.
Everyone say hello to Jean.
Bye.
Jean, say bye, hi, see you later. So yeah, let me, now that you can see, thank God, I guess it wasn't in the outlet one, right? But let me kind of show you the deck, if I can. I mean, I'll do a better one during the day, but so this is like the sitting area with a table. Let me go backwards. This is the new rug that she just got for over here, which I think goes great. And then over there's the grill with the table. She got a different rug for that, but you can see how wide it is. There's the chickens. So hopefully you can see everything. Not completely finished, but you know, just some, I guess, little touches that she'll put in there. So there's a quickie view on the beautiful deck. I love it. I think it's great. I'm not going to bother to repeat what she bought that they have to put together, because I always say it wrong. Pergola. Did I say it right? Hopefully. It's going to go on this side, and I think she said over there is going to be, can't think. Sorry. It'll have a fan and a light in it. Will be on that side. So, yeah. So hopefully you got to see. Suzanne says, thanks, Jean. I was going to do a video about how and why Louisiana is to burn. There's too much pine needles and leaves on the ground. I decided not to. I didn't want to give anyone ideas. That's actually a good point. Pergola. Yeah, I mean, she's correcting me. I don't know. I just have a terrible brain this week, and I was really trying to be on time. Nervous. Can't say that I'm not nervous about being back, but it is what it is. Just been rough. And, like the pillow's cute. So, very, very cute. The dogs were all discombobulated for a little while until it was all done. Um, but I think they're greatly appreciating it now, all the doggies. I had to send Pow Pow in a couple times today because it was so hot out here, but yeah, so I wish I could share this out, but I don't know what's going on, my friends. It's not giving me the option to anymore. Now I touched something that I shouldn't have. Yeah, people are crazy. They'll think all kinds of stuff. So it's a good thing that you didn't do that, KP Heathen. People are nuts today. How's your watermelon doing, KP, that's around the fencing? I have watched a few of your videos. I just haven't commented, but it wouldn't have been this week. We have generally been wet, but closer to normal weather this week. How about Pennsylvania? No rain, really, really hot. Terrible mosquitoes. I mean, fierce. They want to suck my blood out. But even now it's comfortable sitting out here with the mosquito candles and stuff. That's working really, really good. I don't think it's calling for rain, I think, until like Wednesday or Thursday, but don't hold me to that. So, but it was nice to see you last night, Suzanne. I always like to go in and say hello to the Vineyard chicks. But anyway, hello everyone, anyone that watches it back, welcome, welcome, welcome. Took a, well, Sunday to Sunday as far as live is concerned, but only posted, what, the chickens, which that's up to like, I think almost 500 views. Those chickens get some views, boy. I just have to do a little cleaning up over there. They'll be back out. So I did the chickens and that garden tour video, I think, for August, and then everything went downhill from there. So it's been a pretty rough week. I was extremely nervous about not holding myself together tonight, but we're going to try. But it feels really good out here, Suzanne. It's a little, I don't know, like blue and clouds. So if the weather was accurate, I don't think it's till Wednesday. But when I walked out on this new deck today, well, first of all, it's bright and cheery during the day, believe me, and it was so hot. I'm like, man, if somebody wanted to lay out, you could get a good suntan on this deck now. So it just officially got done yesterday. I think it was yesterday because of my days all screwed up. The Vineyard Chicks have made so much progress in their musical development. I try to make all their Monday night lives. Didn't know about Monday, but did see that they were live with Meemaw, so I wanted to go in and say hello to both. Saw you, which I'm glad I did, to tell you that I'd be live tonight, that I was coming back. Then my phone rang, so I wasn't in there for very, very long. Saying 8 people in here with 2 thumbs up. If you can please smash the thumbs up button, I'd greatly appreciate it. I've been looking at the analytics, and it's like a video could get almost 500 views, and it'll have 4 thumbs up. So that's that. We need to do something about that. But I'm hoping that Paul Honeyman saw my message today, because he wrote me and said, I'm glad to see that you posted a video. And then I wrote him back and said I will be live tonight. So I don't know. We're 14 minutes in. And you know how it goes this time of the year on lives. People are canning, they're preserving, they're putting food up. So, but the playbacks do really, really well. Yes, everyone, there's the Vineyard Chicks Homestead. Young girls, Christians, unbelievable. Love them to pieces. We were on Shed Wars together. And they're so musically talented. So make sure you go over and check them out. Hello, Mr. Morgan. How are you, my brother from another mother? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. A little discombobulated in the beginning because, I don't know, my light and stuff wasn't working and, you know, whatever. So we're out on the new patio, Joe, so you missed that. That's part of it in the picture, in the daylight, but It's really, really nice, and it's nice out, so I just thought it would be good. I almost wasn't going to do it. I was just going to sit in the dining room. I don't know. I don't know. Nerves tonight. So 9 people, 3 thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up button. Coming in and going out, I would greatly appreciate it. Now we have 11, so welcome in. Well, hi, Sheila B. How are you? Good to see you. Sorry I'm late. It was late. I'm watching Gone with the Wind and didn't get noticed. Yeah, see, I don't know, Joe, can you share this out? That's what I figured was going on. I tried to share out my own, and now the buttons moved, so I don't want to be touching anything and screw it up. So how you feeling, Joe? You're doing better, my friend? And that's a great movie, by the way. Gone with the Wind, it's just so long, though. But it's a wonderful movie. And how are you, Miss Sheila B? How's everything going? When I was checking out the analytics, just from being, I think it's a week and maybe like 2 days, the arrow was down by like 14, because the analytics pays attention on how many subscribers I've been getting per week, per month. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was time to get back to work. You know, whether it's garden stuff. I mean, I did have videos in my phone I could have posted, but I just needed to just check out of YouTube. And, yeah. So I still have a lot of videos in my phone, even from canning, like beef stew, when they went away that time to the shore. Other different gardening things. The zucchini's been super duper prolific this season. Oh my gosh, I have so much to deal with in the dining room still. Miss Debbie came over Friday. You have to bear with me because my days are, they just all ran together last Friday, I think it was. She came over to help me get some of the preserving done. A lot of the tomatoes, you know how it goes. You know, they come in sporadically, or this, that, and the third. I did make some, and this is my fault. I did make some salsa, and then forgot to tell them I made salsa. It was inside the Cool Whip bowl, so I gave it to the chickens. I'm not really worried about it because I know it was bruschetta and salsa, but I see more tomatoes. They're green right now, so I'm sure we'll get some more. And you know how it goes when tomatoes are coming in and life's a-happening. They're in the freezer, and I'll deal with them. Cook them all up, you know. Make some homemade sauce or something really yummy for everyone. Hello, Linda. How are you? Hi from Kansas. Welcome in. Welcome in. Robin says, beautiful deck. It's such a nice night outside. It really is. Hi, Miss Grammy Karen. Hey there. Been missing you. Been missing you more. I may not look like I'm nervous tonight. You know, like I was telling Jay, like, please don't watch tonight because if I cry, I can't help it. And I don't want to make a blubbering fool out of myself tonight. And just taking that week off of doing like live and no videos, like a week and 2 days. I always do get a little nervous before live, even though some people don't believe that, but I do. Trying to make sure, you know, something to talk about. And so it's just been a difficult time over here. Obviously, if you saw my community post, I don't know, just really hard. And I happened to be on the phone with Robin when I got the news about passing. So I'm not sleeping really good. I'm waking up at 3:53, which is the time that he passed away. There's the light over there near the garage, near the garden. Look at these beautiful sunflowers that are putting on such a show. Look at them. Finally, some made it. So yeah, What was I saying? I don't even know. You just have to bear with me. Let me see. Yes, Miss Grammy Karen's channel. Please check her out. Life has been very busy. Sorry, I've missed several lives. You didn't miss any lives. I haven't been live in a week. My ex, Al, passed away, my daughter's father, and I want to say grandchildren, but Adeline will never know her pop-up. But my grandson obviously did, and like I said, I'm just not sleeping well. I'm waking up like the time that he passed away. I'm having where he's in like a dream, but I'm not really sure if it's a dream. It's hard to explain. Um, freaked, like lost my mind on the phone with Robin screaming. And then I needed to get off the phone, and then I didn't even realize Jean was home, and I was just losing it. My body tends to do this, like, let's see if I can explain this. My body has been doing this for some years. It's like I freaked out, cried, screamed, all that jazz. And then I just feel like I'm in, what's the word? Robin, you're on here, help me out. Not a fight or flight, just like an eerie calm, and I was doing that for a couple days, just doing things, and then, wow, I felt it. I was like, I'm so not right. I'm faking it till I make it. Definitely was doing that. And I know it's the grieving process, but I've been really trying not to cry. But it happens. And earlier this evening, it happened like twice, so yeah, we're glad you're okay in here, Sheila. Absolutely. Hi, Vandal the Land. Thumbs up number 7. Yay. There he is. Hi, Paul Honeyman. I was so hoping that you got my message, my friend, that I would be live tonight. Glad to see you, Vandal the Land. Love you, Paul Honeyman. No worries. I lead the convo mill. Thank you so much, Vandal. Paul Funny Man, as he says. Oops, premature sending. Tears are healing. I know, but I don't know, this just hits differently. And I'm not going to be really good with my words tonight. I also feel somewhat embarrassed. I don't know. It's just really weird. This isn't the normal me. You all know that, but I don't know. I'm embarrassed and just a lot of stuff going on. I understand Tuesday will be 3 years since my husband passed. I'm still not right. I'm so sorry, Sheila. I really am sorry. For anyone's loss, really. I just feel like for me, it's been this long journey. You know, I've said this a gazillion times. I've known Al since I was 16. My daughter was 10 when I got the call of his accident, and it was like just, you know, sleepless nights and making decisions. And I think I might have screamed in the kitchen a couple times when I was just like so beside myself, couldn't believe it, because he's been through so many things. But I think the big thing I kept saying is, what was the point of all this? What was the point of all this? That's what gets me. I don't know, maybe there'll be an extra space for me in heaven for giving up a lot of my life and even being, you know, remarried and still making medical decisions for Al. And then he's been through a lot worse than this, honestly. So I think for me, because of being put in a situation to save his life, and then the ending didn't turn out so good, and my daughter's not right. I went to say something, and she told me I wasn't being supportive after answering the phone. You know, 3, 5, 6 times a day. Has me blocked from everything. But she made some poor choices towards the end of not notifying his family and things like that, and I don't agree with that morally. I think that's so incorrect, like just so wrong. Or having me go to the funeral director to say my goodbye. No invite. So I don't know. She just didn't um, handle it. She just wanted everything done in a week and her way, and that's that. Not on here going to badmouth my daughter, but she's going to have to live with these decisions for the rest of her life. Us as parents can only do so much, But she knew eventually she was going to have to take over to take care of her dad. So, so I think for me that's the hard part because he's been through so much. I've been through so much with him. And I don't know. And Amanda was saying some crazy things like, oh, I feel like the doctor, wants them to die so they can have the bed. Just, strange things. And he was malnourished, and that's the word that I said, and she screamed at me. So it just hasn't been pleasant. Not that losing someone is pleasant, but I've heard some horror stories from other people who've lost family members where they worry about the money, they worry about this, that, and the third. I ain't worried about any of that, and I'm not even worried if my daughter never talks to me another day in my life. The only thing I'm doing is trying to cope, heal, control how many anxiety attacks I'm having, trying to get a decent night's sleep, which hasn't been working out well at all. So that's that. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but this is real life. So for 25 years, yeah, that's probably about how long I've seen it. Fractured family, 30 year that I can relate. Yeah. But I mean, she chose it. Yep. She is busy. Thank you for that, Paul. So, Vandal the Land, are you in Walmart? Robin says, I'm so sorry. Hugs to you. Time makes it ease up. How about a great big thank you to Robin, who was on the phone. Fairly newer friendship. We're like weeks in now. And I've been helping her out with a few things. And I'm sure she never saw, I didn't see it coming. But I was literally screaming on the phone. I think punching the floor. And I felt so bad for her. But she was there on the phone and I just couldn't breathe. I had to get off the phone, and I may have done the same thing with Jean. I don't really remember all of it. So, thank you for that, Robin. I really appreciate it. Oh, he went to the lake today with the little homie and had a blast. Awesome. Try to enjoy the rest of the summer. Is that Sherry? Hi, Sherry. Not sure if you're new here, but hello, hello. I'm so sorry, Mel. Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it. Sunburn a tad, I bet. Thank you for coming in. The way this phone's leaning, it's like, I don't know if it's an L, like Cheryl, or Sherry. Sorry. Mud fight and everything. Oh, that sounds like fun. Sounds like a good time. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm clean as a whistle my entire life. An occasional drink. But no, I wouldn't take that. I'm just trying to work through it. Very real today. One of my friends got the call to go to the hospital for her lung transplant. Wow, really? Wow. I don't know how to say it. Is it... Okay, everyone, you can look in the chat and pronounce that name for Suzanne. For one of her friends that got a call today to go to the hospital for a lung transplant. So lots and lots of prayers. Got a handful of my black cherry tomatoes. They are so good, Vandal, aren't they? Miss Cherry says you have pretty hair. Oh, yeah, I remember you. Hi. Welcome in. Sorry. Brain fart. Robin says, So no worries at all. I'm glad to have been there on the other end of the phone. I don't think anybody would have wanted to be on the end of that phone call, Robin. Um, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. And now Robin and I talk all the time. And yeah, I'm trying to hold it together. Um, Cherry, what's the one? It's the Sun Gold. Woo! It's the Sun Gold I did this year, which were like candy. Actually, I don't think it's because it's hot out here. I think it's just me getting a little hot. Um, okay, Sherry's pronounced as Sherry. Oh, thank you, Paul. Lots of misspellings with my name. My fellow killed our first copperhead. Oh, last night. That's scary. But you're like a little daredevil. You have to be extremely careful. But if it's going to go near your animals, you know you got to do what you got to do. So, that's where I've been. Hopefully I made the right decision by not posting any videos at all. It's just what I thought was best. So last Wednesday, 3:53, who was it? Bruce Springsteen was supposed to be in concert that night, and it just worked out the way that it did. That the concert was canceled and Jay was available and took me out to a restaurant on the river, and I started to eat, and then I just thought I have no right eating because Al is in here. But whew, thank God for Jay. Literally that night. Thank God. Because it probably would have been just a hot mess here the whole night. So I called him up and I said, still want to do dinner? And he's like, do you want to go? I was like, yep, come get me out of here. We sat on the river and I did have a couple of drinks and ate some great food. Had a great time and I really appreciated that big time. Just needed out. So, let's see. It was just about 10 inches. Not the biggest, but big enough. 10 inches is big. Time to heal is important as long as you're not isolating yourself too much, Mel. I did speak to Jared. He said that he was there when the man initially said she wanted nobody at her bleeping house. So I went out with Jay. Come to find out she was down her dad's house looking for the deed, this, that, the third, the other. But when she yelled at me over the malnourished word, one word, Jared said he was there, and she said, oh, I just think I took it out on Mom, but that's fine. I could understand that, but when you're intentionally blocking someone from the phone and all the social medias and all, you consciously know what you're doing. But if you're going to make the decisions that you made, then you need to finish. I'm trying to choose my words correctly. She did a tyrant on Facebook and then deleted her whole Facebook. She said some really terrible things to some people that are related to Al. And I disagree with that. That's just me and my opinion. At least let his family know, yada yada. And so yeah, anyway. She has everything blocked, and that's a conscious decision that she's making. I think for my own sanity, I am going to say this on YouTube. I said it out loud before. I think I've said it to Robin. I probably said it to Jay. But I'm going to say it one more time. I really feel like a lot of the oil and water with me and my daughter, and a lot of the, I think the way I explained it was, these kids today that get spoiled rotten or have like a golden spoon in their mouth, or the ones that are like, oh, I need therapy for the rest of my life because of my parents. I'm pretty sure I said this to Jay, and I said, what happens to the parents that were mentally, verbally, physically abused? True story. And he said that's almost like senior abuse, which is true. And I said, I think Al was the connection between me and Amanda. Love my grandchildren, but I cannot put myself down that road anymore with Amanda. I have to worry about me, my health, my mental stability, my anxiety situation. So that's that. Um, but his family's notifying me, and that's the part that I really don't appreciate. I don't want to be the one to have to tell them things. And I really don't know if I am doing that. I'm on the phone quite a bit, obviously, but I don't think so. I don't know, Suzanne. Hopefully I'm not. It was the pond's edge. I mean, I went down to the pond. Lucky I'm always on the lookout. Or it could have, oh yeah, for sure. That would have been so dangerous. Instead, we tagged it score one for the good guys. Absolutely. Small ones fed on more toxic than the larger ones. Coward. Yeah, that's right. Check out Walmart's biggest customer, which would be Vandal the Land. I'm telling you, gummies. I like to have my thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel um, out there, I guess, on third base. I'm just assuming. I think I know what you're talking about with the gummies, isn't it? Sort of like WEED, because it's YouTube. But just in a gummy form, I wouldn't do that. No. Plus, I think the healing process would be better doing it straight as an arrow. You know what I mean? I know. Oh my gosh, that's so shocking. You're not at Walmart actually for once. So yeah, I'll just roll with the punches. So, I'm just gonna work through. So for me, I feel like it's a double whammy of losing two people. But that's what I was saying about Jared. He said he and Johnny are not involved. They would never turn on me. That's ridiculous that I even thought like that. And they're doing well. Johnny was at a wedding last night for his good friend Chris McMullen that got married on a golf course, which is right up Johnny's alley. And Jared's been a busy bee working. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, but it will help you stay asleep without waking up with anxiety. It's just like this gasping, like this, you know what I mean? The one day was probably the worst, and Al wasn't even gone at the time. This is the God's honest truth. It was probably the 5 or 6 days maybe before he passed, just as a rough estimate. Like an old person, I took a cat nap. Wasn't planning on it. And I literally don't know if I stopped breathing in my sleep or what, but it was such a deep inhale, like, and sat right up like, oh yeah, that wrecked my anxiety for the next 2 nights. I thought I wasn't going to be able to sleep because it would have scared me, but no, it was okay. I don't know, it's dreams. That's what it is. It's just bothering me, I guess. You need to keep the toxic people out of your life, even if it hurts to do it. I know, been here, done this before, but not to this, obviously, to this extreme, or to this, like losing Al and just the way that she went about it and the lack of respect. Because, she was only 10. She couldn't make the decision. Al had a broken neck. He had a roofing accident, in case because I'm all over the place. He had a roofing accident, fell off a 2-story roof down in the city. The job was done. Guys were all down off the roof. He was the main guy. And then he realized they left a roll up there, so he went up the ladder to get the roll and was coming down the ladder backwards with the roll. And one of the guys came around the bend and saw Al on the concrete and his head in a gully. His injuries were so bad. It was weird. Amanda fell asleep, and that's when I got the phone call. And I was told, they had to heavily sedate him to get him in the CT machine. If you could see me over here, I just keep doing this. Heavily sedate him. He was a big guy, tall, dark, and handsome, a good-looking guy, obviously. But he had, like, brain hemorrhage and all kinds of things going on. It's once they did the CT scan and she was on the phone with me, she said, such a shame. I'll never forget this as long as I live. And I said, what is? She said, he's so good looking. It looks like he takes really good care of himself. She said, it's just a sad situation. And when I asked her, like, do you know anything? She said, oh, honey, he'll never walk again. And then I didn't realize that he had a broken neck, so I got that phone call. And I always say quadriplegic, always wrong. So my nerves do that sometimes. But in order to make him so that he would have mobility, I gave permission for them to go through his throat, which is a risk of him never talking again and possibly dying. But they went through the front of his throat to fix the back of his neck. And then the next big severe, and my daughter knew everything, step by step. I refused not to tell her anything. So she couldn't call me like, oh, like I lied to her years later down the road. I don't believe in that. So I told her everything. But the next big surgery for Al was, he still wouldn't have been able to sit upright. So did the steel rod, one on each side all the way down. And that surgery was 37 to 38 hours long. So maybe that'll give you a little bit more insight. That's just the tip of the iceberg of like what I've gone through and been through and remained friends with them. And then once he was in Moss Rehabilitation Center, like a long while later, it's for no one, not even me, to tell him what his life was going to look like later. They have doctors to do that. So with his brain injury, right out of the gate, he remembered my phone number and called me up, told me he was running late to pick Amanda up. I said, no worries, Al. He said, Mel, I'll always love you. He always said that, though. And then I wanted to let that go by so it wouldn't be too loud. And then once he was told the news that he would never walk again, he called me and asked me to kill him. And I said, absolutely not. God left you alive for a reason. I truly believe in God. So, definitely heartbroken. Definitely feel like even being remarried and with my husband and then going to the hospital, it's just, I don't know. It just didn't seem real serious. He's been through a lot worse. He was always known as the man, the myth, the legend. Even Louis said that when I was his caretaker for Uncle Louis with cancer. And when he was dying, he said, Al will never die. And, so. So that's the quick version. But let's move on to something else. Go into contact with my sister. Yeah, that's going to be me with my daughter. I absolutely agree, Paul. You do you. Thank you, Vandal. That's some nice looking wood behind you, Mel. It's all brand new. I know some of you didn't get to see the beginning, but this is like the seating area. I'll try. So there's chair here. Ring light, of course, thanks to Jean getting the plug to work. She had just gotten this, but I moved it down some. The cute like blue pots, and the wood is gorgeous. So let me see if I could stand back. I'm not really good at this, y'all, especially not tonight with my hand shaking, but this is the sitting area. Let's see if I could give this some justice. Look at that beautiful rug she just got. So that's the sitting area. And then I'm in the way of the couch, I'm sorry. So it's really, really big. I don't remember the size. So this is the sitting area. And then over there, she got a new rug. This is going to be like the table. I think a gazebo with the fan and the light. And the grills over there. So still more things to go, but it's gorgeous. And the steps are really, really wide. There's the stairs right there. And then a little doggy ramp. There's my Poochie, little doggy ramp for the dogs to go down. I really don't think that the pictures, even with it being worked on when I did the garden tour, does this deck any justice. This deck is wide and it's huge. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I think she just has to fix her umbrella. She got a new rug tonight for there. And I think I heard Thomas's sister saying she might get her a new table. So I'll give you an angle from this way. That's just kind of where I'm sitting. So, yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I think it's beautiful. I love the rug. Now with seeing it with the light like that, it's going to probably look gorgeous because she just picked it up. I helped her lay it out earlier, but it's gorgeous. Me, I'm all like, I don't want to sit back on the pillows and flatten them. You know what I mean? That's what she said. Oh, you're funny, but Paul Honeyman. Let's see. I said behind her because you're in here, Vandal. Instead of what you said, just wondering if you were still here. I'll share with you, but you have to come get it. Paraplegic. Yeah, you know I always screw that up. If I start walking now, it will be all gone when I get to your house. Oh, these must be awfully close. I have all my chickens still out. Hope they put themselves away. They probably did. I'll set some aside for you. Good. Everything you did for him was amazing and a blessing to him. Thank you, Robin. Vodka and Gatorade, yummy. Yo, that's funny, but no, honest to goodness. I think I asked Thomas earlier if he mind if I felt a little dehydrated, if I could have a Gatorade, and he said yeah. And then I find 3 purple ones under my bed, because I usually will do like the dark blue or like the purple. So yeah, I've been just kind of sipping on it, but there's no alcohol in it. Great, they got the deck finished. Yeah. Looks good, don't it, Paul? I don't know, used to. He's saying I got some jam for you. Dog ramp. Is your dog in a wheelchair? No, they had a different ramp for, I think his name was Bruce. I'm going to try to make sure I say the story correctly. I think she said he just had bad legs, I think, because she adopted him. I think his legs were broken. But her powder is getting a little bit older. And, you know, so yeah, a little, not as, remember how the other one like went like that and it turned? Yeah, that was removed, and just a straight down one in case the dogs need it. I think that's smart to do, you know. Doggies always get older. Oh, such a cutie poochie. That would be my Coco Chanel, who's just wandering around out here. That deck looks bigger than the bit of garden I share with my neighbor. I'm telling you, I'll try to get it in the daytime. I was trying to do some pictures yesterday, but Thomas's sister was on here, but I really do think the camera's not doing this any justice. I don't know the size. She did tell me it, but I'm like brain dead. The width and the length, I obviously forget, but it looks so much nicer in person, and it's just way bigger than the pictures, I think. Even when I had to walk out here last night to let Sophie go to the bathroom, of course, the little one, I felt like I had to get my balance at first, and I was just like, oh, this is huge. I didn't sit on anything, of course. I just stayed down there on the steps so the dogs can do their thing, walk around, and, you know, they have bladders like chihuahuas sometimes. So, it was nice sitting out here even last night. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. And what was it? I'm not sure if it took exactly 2 weeks or a week and a half. All the dogs used the side kitchen door. They weren't a huge fan of it, the big dogs, but what are you going to do? Here's the finished product, you know what I mean? They were loving it today, laying on the deck, but it was a little bit hot for Powder. He's definitely older. Yeah, mine are tiny. Hello, CR. How are you? Hello, Melody and people. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, you're in Ohio. Saying hello. I like the yellow one, like you have. What's I said, poor doggy. Yeah. I think only two of them. Well, her Bruce was adopted. Powder was adopted. I used to be really intimidated by Powder, and he's a good dog. He just, is getting older, and he wanted in my room earlier tonight. I was like, Jean, Powder wants in the room. And she looked up. So I don't know, I guess he can smell, like, maybe the air, possible chance of rain. No dog likes fireworks, my goodness gracious. But I got my first lick out of Powder the other day. Yesterday maybe? I don't remember, because I was cleaning the kitchen today. And I was, like, wiping things down and washing, like, dishes and just trying to keep my mind busy. And I felt this little tickle in the back of my leg. Because he got me again today, but he got me the other day for the first time. And his little whiskers and his tongue, he lightly licked the back of my leg, and I was like, are you trying to tickle me? So he's a good dog. They're all good dogs. The brown brindle one is Big Coco. They call her Cokie. She's the one that freaks out really, really bad with the fireworks. You all know that. It's a sin. Molly doesn't usually get affected by too much. She's a good dog too. She just, I don't know, has like mood swings. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's like old and crippled. Your mom's dog, really? Ain't heard before. Well, it's way better. Paul, I got 2 new roosters, Chocolate Orpington. They're looking good. They're good looking. Really? Have you done a video on them? Doing some seed saving. I just plucked probably about, because, I was getting a little upset again. And I wanted to get out of that headspace before live. So I went over outside of the garden. There's porcupine calendula and regular calendula. And I probably got like 20 or 30 heads off of that. Talk about, it's worth buying a pack of calendula and saving the seeds for that. I chopped up some peppers today. So I'm going to say this in advance. A lot of the preservations are being done like, okay, all the tomatoes are in the freezer, waiting till we had enough, and bring these along, go to make sauce. I think some of the peppers were a little strange this year, like the orange and the yellow ones were like only this big. So, chop some of those up. They can be cooked in frittatas or quesadillas, so like freezer stuff. Which, that's a great way to have peppers all winter long. And using the vacuum sealer is great. Let me think. Oh yeah, Debbie was loving that vacuum sealer, which is what I was saying earlier from Laura. Lots of prayers for Laura. I reached out to her to see how she was doing. Like, my bad news that day on that Wednesday was also the day that her mom passed away. She just said it was just not a good day all the way around, but now she's sick. I asked her how she thought it started. She said her son had a cold. Stubborn, of course. So bronchitis, and they thought she had pneumonia. They wanted her to go to the hospital, and she didn't go. And I said, girl, you need to go. You need to do whatever the doctors are telling you. But they switched the medicine. I guess they agreed. She's on a higher dosage. I did just check on her yesterday or the day before to ask her how she's feeling. Not great, but she's feeling better. So lots of prayers for Laura. Y'all know who she is. She's usually in all my lives. And she sent me the wet and dry vacuum sealer, which is so coming in handy this year. And Jay ordered some bags because Debbie was all like, oh no, we're all out of bags. When she was here, I did um, the double chocolate muffins, another batch for here, and a batch for Debbie and her husband. Except at the time I couldn't find chips, so I said to Thomas, what did you think of them? And he said, they weren't all chocolatey, ooey, and gooey. And I said, well, it's because I only put 1 cup of chocolate chips in. And he's like, why? There's another bag on the shelf. And I'm like, I wouldn't know where that is, you know. So I did speak to him today, and I said, how about some regular zucchini muffins? And he's like, no, how about some more chocolate muffins? He loves them, the zucchini, you know, muffins, but he wants the 2 cups of chocolate chips in there. So did a separate batch for Debbie and her husband. Pretty good, decent batch for here. And yeah, so he wants more. So I'm going to try to squeeze in there just some regular zucchini muffins too, because they're healthier. And I guess I'll be making the chocolate ones again because he really, really likes them. So a lot of like freezer preservation, but you know, when you're using the vacuum sealer, it really sucks. It's almost nothing. So that's the best thing I could come up with the peppers to use in some cooking when we get some bigger green peppers. I want to do some stuffed peppers. The cabbage has to come out. I did do sauerkraut, 2 jars. They're in my room because they have to be in a dark spot. I feel like my room is like a little experiment area. I'm just kidding, but I did 2 jars of fermented regular from the one that cracked with Pam on the phone. You already know I did 2 fire ciders for this upcoming winter. But it has to be picked, so I have to get some ground meat in here. I think what I want to do is I definitely want to do the fried onions, the fried cabbage over the egg noodles because that's so good. It's so easy, very affordable. I have the egg noodles. Obviously, I have the cabbage, and I'm pretty sure I have the onions. And it's so good, and it's even better if you make like a bigger batch and you warm it up the next day. I mean, I've never put meat into it, but I guess you could. It's my girlfriend's mom's recipe. They always said it was Hungarian. But here's the ticker. I'm like, we got to make some galumpkies. So definitely ground meat is in order to make a bunch of galumpkies because I think when I made them before, I think I did 2 pans. They loved them. I love them. And that would be a great way to use up some cabbage. So tomorrow I have to get in there even though I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I did want to do some cleaning today because I wanted to occupy my mind and I wanted to be able to help out, you know, because like I ran through and just did like a quickie thing today. I was spending a little bit more time in the kitchen. I just have to do the outside of the fridge and the dishwasher with the stainless steel. I wiped all the counters down, all that jazz, and then disinfected them and everything to keep myself busy and to contribute, you know, because everybody's been, you know, working on this out here and moving stuff and all that jazz. And I knew I was going to have to snap out of it and stop procrastinating, which I don't really know if I'm procrastinating, but I did do peppers today. I did a couple tomatoes that weren't going to like, you know, I did a couple tomatoes. I think that's all that was in that one bowl. So it's mainly the zucchini. The zucchini was so prolific this year, and suddenly everything just went south, and so did my brain, and completely forgot that I wanted to do the mock pineapple. I don't know if you saw Becky's video where she did it shredded. I haven't seen anyone else do it shredded. They usually do it in chunks. I might have just enough jars to be able to do that. So yeah. So a lot of like freezer preservation because we can just cut it open, dump it in a pan or whatever. As much as I love gardening, I just think my head is somewhere else. And I just keep putting off the cabbage. Because you know, if you have the room, you can put cabbages in the refrigerator and they'll last a long time. I'm not doing that here. I want to do things with it. So I wanted to wait till there was enough tomatoes to make sauce. And then I thought to myself, I could do even a freezer meal of the Golumpkies for the downstairs freezer as soon as I get those tomatoes out of there. I mean, just trying to come up with some ideas for the green cabbage so it's not all fermented. Um, Drying some herbs, not overwhelming myself with herbs. I before would harvest them all and then you have to separate them. I'm doing one herb at a time, which works out well because it's easier to clean up and all that jazz. So yeah, that's kind of how the preservation's been going. And lots of calendula today. So far I've saved, I think, Cubanella seeds and calendula. And if the squirrels don't get the sunflowers, I think I used to cut the middle out and I think it used to kill the whole plant. I'm not worried about it. I definitely want to seed save a little bit on the sunflowers. And I did cut up some banana peppers today. I could smell it. What I have left to do is jalapenos. But from the moment I got up this morning, which was really early, I just hit the ground running. And I felt tired early. So I'm kind of missing an oatmeal bake, to really be honest with you. I didn't eat good since this thing happened with Al. Well, when I went out with Jay. And I did eat pizza with Gene and Thomas. But if I'm on a real tip, I finally tried one of those protein things that I bought a case of with Robin on the phone. Not bad. They're not bad, but I'm just trying not to get my body back into drinking things like Ensures. Those are a little bit different. If you're skipping a meal or something like that, you know. I worked on my SUV. It's immaculately spotless. What do you call it? The thing that holds your cell phone? Mine looked like the sun got to it and it stopped it from grabbing it. So on that Temu, I found 2 on there that were like top rated. So I said to Jarrett, whichever one I keep, you can have the other one. And the organizer came for the back hatch. I've been driving more. Even if I'm anxious and not feeling good, Robin can vouch for me, Debbie can vouch for me. I just get in the car and I just start driving. Whether it's to 7-Eleven or whatever. I would like to make it to the car wash. Debbie goes, oh, you need to make it to my house. Debbie's going to give me a bunch of basil, thank goodness. Because she only uses it for fresh eating. And I'm going to make some homemade pesto out of that, so. Something we have in common. Me, I've never had any good ones either. I've got some good watermelon seeds and some tomato cherries, just to name a few. I would like to try to get some of those sun golds and try to get the seeds out of it. You're a seed collector too. Even in a restaurant, I'll save seeds. I've saved seeds from a pepper from the store and it worked. I'm having a bowl of lazy soup. Oh yeah, that was the joke last night. So this is what Robin did, and I actually think it might be a good idea. I didn't run it by Jean yet to see what she thinks about it. But we were cracking jokes last night because Robin didn't feel like making Golumpkies, so she's calling it lazy soup. She did the ground meat, the rice, the cabbage, I think tomatoes, and all that jazz, all in one pot and turned it into a soup. I don't know if Jean and Thomas would like it that way, but I think I called it the lazy soup last night. So, or maybe she called it the lazy soup. But that's what she did. I said, no, you should call it like, Golumpki soup or whatever. So I'm not really sure if they would like that. I haven't had my head on my shoulders real good, so it slipped my mind to mention that. Because I do have all the cabbage. But it was just kind of funny that she decided to throw it all in a pot and turn it into I guess like a chunky soup. So I would have to ask them if they would eat that, It still will have like the ground beef, the rice, tomatoes, like the frozen tomatoes. There's a great thing. You could put that in. And some cabbage into that. But I'm not going to make it if they don't like it because I won't. I mean, I would eat it, but I'm not going to make like a big batch, because I would never finish it all. Few tomatoes to start, Randall. So say hi. I did. Yeah, I definitely got to get to the zucchinis, mock pineapple, zucchini muffins. I want to do. Jean didn't have one. I forgot to ask Debbie today if she has a waffle iron I can borrow because my waffle iron's in storage, and that would be like trying to find that. And it's a Belgian waffle one. That would probably be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But you know how you make like the zucchini fritters? I found a recipe. It's savory, where you put it on a waffle iron. Um, and you know how things get like 5 stars? It had like 10 stars on that thing. It's like onion in it and zucchini, and I know I saw Becky made like zucchini pancakes, and she said they were delicious. So I mean, there are some other ideas, but then again, I don't want to make anything that just only I would like. You know what I mean? Pepper seeds are so plentiful. It amazes me how much they sell for when there's so many of them. That is true. The only one I did today is because I had the cubanellas. I didn't get to the jalapenos today to chop them up. I think I'm just gonna finally dice some without burning my hands. And then put some in some rings because I have cowboy candy and jars in the garage. Um, like the salsa that I made and forgot to tell them that I made it, which is my fault. I went really light on the jalapeno because they don't like a lot of spice, and I tasted it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so spicy. So I went in and doctored it to take some of that spice away. So yeah, I'll have to make another batch, but I'm going to probably finally dice some and then leave some in some round circles. But you could save the seeds off the jalapenos. I think I heard M.I. Gardner's prices of seeds are going up, or he's now going to charge for shipping. That's usually where I get my seeds, is M.I. Gardner and Ferry Morse. They don't really do Baker's Creek, no pun intended, but I didn't have a lot of their peppers germinate. And for the beautiful envelope costs money. Maybe Suzanne would remember where, let's see, that's Sophie with the backward sneeze. And she really does need to lose a couple pounds. Denali seed, but it's a different name of a company that I got my OS Cross cabbage from. Their seeds were pretty reasonable, so I went through a lot of seeds here, and I think it was just because either the squirrels were stealing them, or the birds were stealing them, or some of the rocks were preventing them from coming up. But then Laura sent me out all those Ferry Moore seeds, but you'd be surprised how many seeds you use. And it is really easy to seed save. I'm a little disappointed on the nasturtium. I think I got 3 seeds. Our green stalks are still back there. I didn't check Jean's. Hers was to see if hers had any seeds on it, but if you let a nasturtium get big enough, oh my gosh, you could get 300 to 500 seeds off of a nasturtium plant, and you can't mistake them because they're pretty big. I also heard that if you smash one of the nasturtium seeds, because the whole thing's edible, don't forget, it tastes like wasabi, which I like. Same on marigolds. Yep, that's correct. Peppers are mostly seeds. Laugh out loud, says Suzanne. Some are. Is Mel playing peekaboo, or is that how small her peppers were? No, it's the goofy peppers this season. Just like the colored ones. It's crazy. And it'll take a bit to grow for some. Yeah, true. They have a long germination time. Yep, prayers for Laura. Start early and start more than you think you need. That is true. Um, are you kidding me with that? Miss Jean just might be not too happy with that Coco. My Coco is making herself at home. But look at this face. Are you ready? Wait, where is she? I'm trying to aim. Look at her. Coco, what do you think you're doing? Look at that face. I know you don't rip things and chew things, but I don't think you should be up there. Come on, get down. Your sister's making noises. Come on, down. Thank you. She listens really well. Coco does. Sunflowers grow 1 foot in the same time. The only germination time. Excuse me. They may say hello. Say hello. It's Coco Chanel. She's side-eyeing me. The only germination time us males need to worry about is the 9-month ones. That is true. Sophie's walking all over the property and using her it's her backward sneeze. Paul's a mess. Grows something totally different. Every year I always try to grow something different, but you saw like my garden last year and the year before. Those pepper plants were up, so I think it was something going on with the peppers. If she gets too loud, I'm going to have to put her in the room. Oh yeah, duh, I forgot myself. Did Mel just say she's looking for some brown meat? Laugh out loud. Count me out. Ground meat, Goofy. Ground meat. Freshy. See where the chat's going, CR? Mm-hmm. No, not anymore. My baby garden is gone. Oh, it is? Oh. Duh. Funny, not funny. I don't need one. Wait till Mel sees that chat. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw it. All day, every day. When these guys are in here, it's always a little fresh. Laugh out loud, CR. I hope she gets the giggles she needs right now. I do appreciate it, Paul. Honest to goodness. All men can never get enough of the fun part. Laugh out loud. But the kimchi is fire. Stop, miss. Okay, let's put Coco down. Come here. Say hello to Miss Sophia. Look at how big her eyes are looking. I started trimming her face, but she needs a haircut. And she's got the backward sneeze. But she's a little bit of a piggy wiggy these days. Yes, you are. My foot is falling asleep. No, ma'am. Quiet. Bring it. There we go. She's back to the chat. Like you guys started it, not me. I see the chat. And have your fun after he's cooked your dinner. Wow. It is important. I know. But I think I made more of a conscious effort this week, Suzanne, even during like my emotions or crying where nobody could see me, or Robin will tell you, just I had an incident. I will say this freaked me out. I went to move my vehicle from the landscapers, and I don't know what in God's name that I did. You know, got to be careful when your mind's distracted. I must have went a different direction than just around the corner. And suddenly, it was like this, where am I at? And instantly I thought of my mother-in-law, where she said she went to the doctor's that day and she couldn't find her way home. I finally realized where I was, and I looked down and I saw Maple Avenue, and of course I made it, but that freaked me out. I just suddenly just felt like I just had no idea where I was at. And then my mother-in-law, God rest her soul, came right into my mind as soon as it happened. Well, you know what I did? I said, yes, I'm nervous. I didn't like that. That freaked me out. I'm getting behind the wheel and I'm going to take a little drive. And that's what I did because I couldn't have that sitting on my head of hearing mom telling me, I don't know what happened. I went to the doctors and I couldn't find my way home. I must have went down too far to go around the block. I don't know what I did wrong. Of course, it's my fault. But I scared myself, I guess, because I didn't recognize anything. And then instantly the thing with mom came to my head and I was a little skipped, to say the least. Next day, nervous. I was like, nope, get in the car, get behind the wheel, and go drive. And that's what I did because I don't want to let something like that create a more paralyzing situation that I'm already in. You know, when it comes to the driving, I'm really going a little bit further, a little bit further. Um, but that one incident would have been enough to stop me from just figuring out what mistake I made trying to go around the corner like a goof. But yeah, I'm trying. And I had so much crap in my SUV from, you know, the quick move and that little vacuum. I got one for Jared for his birthday and one for me. And I vacuumed the whole vehicle out on that little thing. Some things from Temu, I'll tell you what, they're inexpensive and work really well. So I vacuumed out the whole vehicle. I threw things out. I emptied 2 totes. I did ask Jean today if I could hold on to a box because anything else, you know, like I want to go through the summer clothes that are in the room and what I'm not wearing or whatever, get rid of it because that stuff will be going into storage, you know. So I did put a lot into the SUV to get it into tip-top shape. And there was just so much crap in the back of that hatch. It was ridiculous. Don't ask me. If a police officer would have pulled me over, let's just say hypothetically, it would not have looked good because I had zip ties, rope that was never opened. And if you know where I'm going with that, yeah, that's the way it looked. Like some weird stuff was in the back of that hatch for sure. What a snowball down the hill that turned out to be. You gentlemen, if you notice, I'm reading it, I'm just ignoring it. Why not everyone else blames me? It's not your fault, Paul. You would, that's fine. Sorry, Miss Wood. Yeah, I heard he's a good cook. Dinner and dessert. It's delicious. Cooking now. Yeah, it tends to make some people hungry. Sherry says, I still want fried green tomatoes. I actually have green tomatoes on the vine. Because after I realized my goof up and gave the salsa to the chickens, because it was in there for over a week in a Cool Whip container, I was like, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get a free pass on that one. So we'll wait for these to ripen up. And I'll make a fresh little batch of some salsa. Go light on the heat. They don't like a lot of heat, so. Fried green tomatoes are really good. Yes, zucchini waffles, but they're like a savory. Excuse me, one memento, so I can put Sophie in the room. Go ahead, Soph. Go ahead. We're doing it to you. I had to put Sophie in the room so her backward sneeze doesn't annoy everyone. Sorry about that. Yeah, so back to these savory waffles. Um, it's almost like making it in a frying pan, but better because the recipe says like you could freeze them and all too, and then just pull them out when you want them. But, you know, lots of zucchini. It has like baking powder, baking soda, onion. Um, I guess let's just hope Debbie has a waffle iron and I'll see if I can bring it to the channel. Choo choo. I know all this food talking, right? I'm full as a tick right now. What did you eat? I watched the zucchini waffle video, did you? No room for pie, Jerry saying. Am I missing something between you two? Vandal could make some room for some Sherry. Oh, Lord have mercy. Best cool seeds. Thank you, Suzanne. We'll let the guys be guys. And Sherry, I guess. You're going to get us all in trouble, Paul. I don't really see what Paul's saying wrong, but used to. Vandal the land. Ship or shame. Yeah, I like nasturtium. Defer, child. Oh, cute. Thank you. That's all Paul's in. Oh, sweet. Oh my God, she's so darn cute. This Robin. Left out Sherry. That's all you need to say to Vandal. And all right, Mr. Paul, Honeyman. There's Miss Debbie. Hello, Mel and friends. What a beautiful night. I love this time of the year best. Yes. The deck is all done, Deb. Well, it's her new beautiful rug, and, well, Debbie's been over here, so you'll have to come over and see it for yourself. Deb, do you have a waffle iron that I can borrow? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Everybody's like, hi, Deborah. Hello, Eka. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How you been, Eka? Oh my goodness, she's so adorable too. It's not, what's that thing? That's just not Babe the dog. She's choking on a cricket. Oh my gosh. Vandal. It's funny, but not funny. It was funny though. Okay, that's my first really good laugh in a little bit. She's choking on a cricket. I'm a horrible dog owner for laughing at that. Eating with fresh peas, tomatoes, and green onion. Mmm. Good for you, Mel. Lights shining in Melly's glass. This looks like some clock. Work orange style. Yeah, I probably am not in the right position. Let me sit back a little bit instead of being like afraid to sit on the furniture. No, Vandal. Yorkshire Terriers have that cough when they get overweight. That too. And she had surgery, and once they went down with the tubes to fix her leg, she's had this backward sneeze. A lot of it's for attention and treats, and she can't hack the heat, but she could handle to lose a couple pounds. So I heard an Eka, mask, jabs, etc. Gotta be prepared for the TV. Oh no, not that again. I'm watching my laundry so it don't take longer than need be. Gotcha. Hi, Ed. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Mr. Serrano. How are you? Hello, Melody, Babe, and everyone here in the chat. A bit late, only 74 minutes, but hopefully I'll catch the first part tomorrow. On the replay, I did see your response about your mosquitoes after seeing me gush on blood, and said your mosquitoes there would carry you off and suck you dry. Yeah, I don't know. The mosquitoes in the garden are... Oh, what did Jean and Tom say? Are you dressed for winter? I had my grandson's like thigh-high socks going all the way up my legs, and the mosquitoes couldn't get me anymore. But how are you, Ed? There's this channel link. You can come and tie me up, level up. What is up with you gentlemen tonight? Didn't know I was supposed to wash that. I just threw them out. These are all a hot mess. Vandal comes in, Sherry comes in, and then it's Goes a whole other direction, Suzanne. Oh my goodness, Paul. Yeah. Um, I know you're playing around and all that jazz, but keep it a little clean for some ladies in here, please. Hello, 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 everyone. Yes, Mel, I do have a waffle iron. Yes. Deb, can I borrow it? You want to help me make some savory zucchini waffles? I think Jean said she thinks she gave hers to her daughter and I needed ASAP. Is the car done? Imagine if I drive to come pick you up. Did Don get the brakes done? Savory waffles. Yep. Does that mean we can all look forward to a cooking video? Yep. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful. Love. I love the deck. Love the deck. Yeah. But it's much nicer in person than in pictures, I think. Honestly. I'll be trying to get a hold of you. Okay, Ed, you have my number. I know, sorry, I keep checking your calls. Oh, is that for me or is that for Vandal? Oh, like you do Facebook messages. Let's say time for a night brew now. Oh, you're getting all hooked up, CR. Okay, so I'm assuming that was for me. Ed, you have my number, buddy. All right, so Deb, is the brakes done or no? And how soon can I borrow that off of you? Savory waffles. And it has like scallions in it, plus you could do regular onions, you could do chives. It's going to somewhat be like a zucchini fritter. I don't know if that's what you call it. But just better. And it's like a double batch. And you just put it in the waffle iron. And you can just eat them hot. You can freeze them. So I saw a recipe. And it was giving it like, well, somebody that left a comment gave it 10 stars. Well, I've sent you a few messages on Instagram. I haven't really been on Instagram. I haven't really been doing too much of anything. Making waffles together. Oh, no, it's not done yet? Okay. Do we have an idea how much longer? Because, you know, gotta use the zucchini. I don't even have Paul's number, Ed. Yeah, not so much on Instagram. Just not so much. Because it wasn't this Wednesday, it was last Wednesday since Al passed away, so. But I guess this means I'm back. Just bear with me. I'm actually very proud of myself tonight because I think I started to cry almost once, but I didn't cry. I'm holding it all together. And there's some gardening videos that I took prior to Al. I have on my phone, and Debbie was over that Friday. I got Debbie on the film, which she was doing that like, oh, don't you dare. But she loved every minute of it. And she absolutely loves the wet and dry back. She was doing all that and labeling it and all that jazz. So yeah. So I guess you'll get to see the chickens tomorrow, huh? Did you see last week's video by chance? It's up in the 400s and something, just on the chickens. Oh, now you want to get out? I told you where to come, Ed. Come on. Come here. Well, not per se here to Gene and Thomas's house, but come here. Let me see. Be careful, Eka. Stay safe. Oklahoma, not so bad. It's hot as heck there. Correct, it's just some of the people. Maybe get like a real new start, Ed. Only thing Ed was afraid of is snow. He said, yeah, but you have that white stuff that comes down in the sky. And at first I thought he was talking about like people spraying thing in the sky, and he was talking about the snow. So chickens tomorrow. Try to get back on track here. Chickens will definitely be a fresh video. That garden, first video back, that was a fresh video. I found my bug out bag in my vehicle. Oh my gosh. If you saw my bug out bag, you would think I was nuts. But it's a good bug out bag. Maybe I'll do a video on it. So anyway, gardening, zucchinis, I mean, the harvest or the heat, stopping my phone, so I have to show you the harvest inside the kitchen. And I know some people wanted to see me do things with the things I'm harvesting. That will be coming as far as zucchini's concerned. Peppers, we'll have to see how they go out there, and I want to do some stuffed peppers, and I can bring that to the channel for you. We have to harvest the cabbage together, so I think you'll know some couple-week-old videos to current videos. I'm not just going to waste the videos, you know, with Al's passing. That's a lot of work and a lot of sweating to death outside and trying to shove your phone in tomatoes to keep it cool so your phone doesn't shut off. So I can't, you know, I'm transparent over here. I can't say I'm 1,000%. I do fake it till I make it sometimes, but I'm trying. And I'm actually, think the only thing I ate today was 2 scrambled eggs. Just because I was feeling like legitimately sick. So I definitely have to eat something. And I'm going to try to get some rest tonight. But this was really nice doing this outside tonight. And like I said, just bear with me. Even some of the older videos, I may have mentioned I was a little sick. I don't know. But yeah, so I didn't get to see him and say goodbye. But lots of prayers. You know, for God to rest his soul. Because as an adult, obviously, I know he's not in pain anymore, but that's, I'm not at that phase right now, folks. I'm just trying, and I look like I got more sunburn. And I'm just trying to muddle through. And I truly do believe that he was the link between me and Amanda. And like Paul said, you know, somebody's toxic, you just gotta cut it loose. And it's a shame. Somebody passes away, you're not supposed to be like vile or vindictive or greedy or none of that stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. She didn't get that trait from me, so I don't know. Hustlers, hello. I see you're hooked up. The backyard, good. Yeah, they got the deck done and got some furniture put together. More to go, but it's really, really attractive. Maybe I'll do a video, maybe during the day. I don't know how. Maybe I'll just do like a tour of the new deck if it's okay with Jean, and do a better job with the tripod. But maybe we'll wait till the other thing gets put together. And yeah, you can see the garden from here. I want to see if I can point right there. Let's see. I don't know, you might be able to vaguely see it. That's one of the autumn ones. But I have Queen Anne, and it's like a lemon looking sunflower. I just keep taking pictures of it because it's so pretty. Onto the green stalk. So they're still in the back. I have herbs I have to harvest. Debbie and I at night went in on the lower half where the beans got burnt to a crisp and planted some lettuces because temperature's been going down a little bit at night. Not enough to freeze to death, but you know. So I wanted to get a jump start on that. I have some broccoli. Then when I take the cabbage out, I'll put broccoli in for them and they can have all that. You still have time, to get some fall things in there. So, and I'm waiting. Like I said, I'm going to do the basil, the pesto from Debbie's Basil. But thank you, Hustler. Thanks for coming in. You boys are a mess. No idea how much longer. Not many 83-year-old men change their own brakes. That's a fact. Debbie's husband's 83. I don't think the back brakes need to be done. Last I spoke to her on the phone, but he's trying to change the front brakes. He's done some serious work on that vehicle before for his age, and he gets it done. So God bless him, believe me. So when he gets it done, maybe it'll be sometime this week, Deb. Let's just hope. As long as he stays safe and careful, but that's a true statement. A lot of people at 83 are not changing their own brakes. Barely end of August, and people mention frozen white rain. Really? CR? I haven't heard anything about that. Is it something like a vegetable pancake, Mel? Chop up some cabbage, carrots, scallions, 1 egg, to bind salt. No, it literally is cheese in it, like cheddar cheese, which I have. Breadcrumbs, onion, just as like a rough example. No meat, of course. But yeah, I mean, how could you go wrong with zucchini and cheese and onion and it's in a waffle form. And salt and pepper. It's like a pinch of salt and pepper. I did say baking powder, baking soda. I think it has some egg in it and buttermilk. So these are like, going to be so good. So good. I would like to see that too, Melody. Which one, CR? No, I'm always here for you, you know that. Yeah, you have my number. Yes, I was talking about the white stuff. You should probably stay away from me with white stuff. I know, that seems really early. People will be talking about snow. Well, we are there for you. Thank you so much. Now, I wish I could give you some of these demon peppers I've grown this year. They are hot, hot, hot. They burn twice. Well, I like some spicy food. I don't like anything that's too hot, but I would at least take some of that and throw it into my fire cider because honest to goodness, I haven't bought cough medicine. I mean, I really don't want to talk about it on YouTube. I jinx myself, but it hasn't been. It builds up your immune system. I definitely need to get my elderberry. They were on sale at Walmart, and then I forgot with everything that was going on. But elderberry, fire cider, sauerkraut for your gut health, ferment it, and that's a good start, But yeah, I would take some curries to burn all the way in. I had a red curry before, Paul, and it didn't even seem like it was spicy at all. Like the light cellar. Okay. Sorry, deleted your message. It didn't make sense, so I couldn't tell if you were trolling. My bad. First one I had was okay, but the second one was very, very hot, almost burned my butt off. Yikes, how can people enjoy peppers that hot? Yep, like my curry when I leave it cooked too long. Remember your son and grandson would come into your lives to say hi? Does your daughter and other son have YouTube channels? No. None of them have YouTube channels. My daughter does not support YouTube, never did. Not that I care, but she's never came in and said hi. That was always Jarrett and Gavin, my grandson Gavin. And Johnny popped in a few times, and so has my niece. Not sure if my niece is back from vacation yet. She went to vacation, you know. Well, she already had it planned. Um, she went to South Carolina for like a week. The bag video. Did Alfred have a YouTube channel? No. A dearly departed friend, Lisa B. Fowler, passed in January 2015, and her channels Q, Cat, Faith are still up. Maybe family members run it. I mean, the woman that did the depression cooking on YouTube, this sweet woman who said she never realized they were poor when her mom cooked, and how they would put like really small potatoes in the water as the pasta was cooking. That woman, I cannot think of her name. She passed away, and her family is still running her channel. So, but anyway, sorry for the, what am I saying sorry for? No, getting better, keeping up with the chat. Thank you. Just on Google announced that they will start deleting inactive accounts. I wonder if channels like the ones you mentioned are included in that. I would think so. I mean, you know, you have to keep going, putting material out. But that was the first time I saw the arrow go, it said, like down by 14, I guess, compared to the numbers I've been getting. I think I'm 2,200, I'm just going to guess, maybe say like 58, maybe. So I was down by 14, and that's what made me, like, get back to work, you know? So, that is that. But yeah, if they have a family member that runs the channel, you know, Google wouldn't touch it. Mel, what are you going to grow over winter? I have no idea. I know for fall, well, like now, because I have to harvest the cabbage. I wanted to do some carrots for Jean and broccoli, some pak choi, which is another thing I forgot to ask her. Some people use that in stir fry. I used to add that to my salads. I used to be a huge salad eater. Yeah, I started those. Crazy enough, more zucchini. I don't know. Some of the zucchini has powdery mildew like on it, but it has the zucchini on there. But I think it was a year of zucchini for sure. Something I started was purple. Good night, Sherry. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a blessed week. Something was purple. I don't remember because now a couple weeks have went by. It was either just a few, maybe purple cabbages, maybe. So yeah, just that kind of stuff for them. But thank you, Sherry, for coming. I guess she's done messing with Vandal, huh? Clara, that's it. Love that Italian. Nona, yep. Her grandson Christopher is running her channel. That is it. If one of the moderators can find that channel and post the link for anybody that watches it back, such a sweet woman. She got great stories, and she makes really good food. Like, it was Depression era, and she made amazing meals, and used to say, like, she never thought that she was, well, she never realized they were poor. And all the food was really good. So, yeah, you might want to check out her channel. Such a very, very sweet lady. God rest her soul. And, yeah, she was really up there in age. I think she was like in her 90s, I think. But if one of the moderators can post that link, that would be awesome. Also, some spring onions. I already have spring onions going, and I have the other onions to harvest, Eka. But I did do that. Thank you, Suzanne. Clara at Great Depression Cooking. There's her link. I have purple tomatoes that turn red here. I do miss the purple Cherokee tomato this summer. Um, so yeah, I'm going to take these off for a few minutes. My eyes are feeling googly. Um, so yeah, my friends, so that's that. I look like I haven't been sleeping, don't I? Wish me luck I get a good night's sleep. Um, I did my room, bathroom, most of the kitchen today, so that I figured it would make my Monday just a little bit easier. I have to do some things with the chickens tomorrow. They're spoiled. They get so many different scraps from here. It's just nothing that's meat related. I don't know names, just characteristics like size and color. Got them growing. Okay, yeah, me too. She was a cute blonde. Yeah. Bon appetit, John O'Mel? No, it's on YouTube. Somebody posted, I think Suzanne posted it. It is Clara at Great Depression Cooking on YouTube. What? Let me see the name that you just said. You mean Bon Appetit channel? I like that channel though. All this food talking is making me hungry. Yeah. This is beautiful out here. Great temperature, no mosquitoes, or things are really working so good. I think that one went out. She had them back here and here. I told her she should sit back and enjoy herself and enjoy her deck that she waited 9 years for. I guess she didn't mind me doing a live out here. If it wasn't for Jean, the phone would have been dead by now and there would have been no light out here. So, that's about all I have for you, friends. I will be back to posting videos this week. Chickens tomorrow. And whatever I have on my phone or that pops up, I'm going to post. Stay tuned for the waffle, the zucchini waffles. And I'm going to do the mock pineapple. I just have to make sure I have enough jars for that. And if I go to make galumpkies, I will bring you back for that as well. And just lots of prayers, strength, and appetite. Like now I'm hungry, of course. I don't know. I just feel like you need something, but you don't know what it is. That's me. So I'm just trying to stay busy, keep my mind busy. Journaling would probably be a really good thing. It's not just out, it's everything. And when you feel like you've known someone for so long, who made his presence be known, you know, he would never let anybody mess with me. Oh my goodness gracious. I was about 6'3", 6'4". So yeah. I think that's what it was too. Knowing somebody for that amount of years that would protect you through thick or thin, and vice versa, you know. So it isn't going to be an overnight thing. I'm not just going to get over it. Not easy. I have good friends and a good little support group that would help. And, you know, I'm in a great community on YouTube. I'm very grateful to have my YouTube channel. And I want to do some improvements on this channel as well. Figure out if I want to keep the name or change the name for products. I mean, I've said this before and people are like, I love your channel name, but just you know, business related, thinking some things over too as far as YouTube is concerned. But I love the platform. I love the people that I've met. You know, we cook over here, we talk about life, we bake, we garden, worldly events, and as Sean would say, we hold our brothers and sisters up. And I just thought of him the other night too. Sheesh, do I miss him too? So, was really nervous about coming live tonight, but glad I did it. Um, like I said, just bear with me. And yeah, let's see. Look at me having to squint immediately. Suzanne posted it again. He said, okay, I looked up the Italian Nona and it got me to Bon Appetit. I found a big pumpkin growing under my tomatoes. Well, that's awesome. I think the thing that's running on the top of the wood, I think is buttercup squash. But don't forget, folks, if some things didn't work out, go support your local farmer, go support your local farmer's market. You know, I mean, we can't control Mother Nature, the heat. So don't be disappointed if something didn't make it. You know, like Robin's zucchini plants were taken out, I think, by the squash-borne worms very early. You know, go get yourself some. So you can either shred it for zucchini bread throughout the winter time or zucchini muffins or different meals. If it didn't work out in your garden, something changes every year, but if it didn't work out, go support a local farmer, you know, go support like a produce place and get what you need from there. Let's see. Yeah, that actually is a really good one, Paul. Thank you. You posted it. And Paul and Vandal are here too. So glad you did, Mel. Thank you, Paul. I know the only thing I not care about dying in the heat, and it's sure not the vegetables. Yeah, so I don't, I'm going to only just skip out a few minutes early. Thank you to everyone for all the love and support or the kind words that were said on my community tab. Keep them coming. You know, I need strength, sincerely, because I'm also heartbroken because of my daughter too, so, and my grandson's upset, so obviously this is not like the best of times. But I'm just going to stay positive, and it's the best I could do. But I did it. I think I did it. I didn't cry. So, back to posting videos during the week. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. That's coming up under the analytics of like, it would really, it notifies the analytics. When you're getting over 400 or 500 views on a video and it only has 4 thumbs up, that's not the best, you know. So, pretty please, with a cherry on top, remember to smash the thumbs up button. And yeah, I've actually watched several of her videos. She cooks and cans. Yeah, she does. Yeah. So, thank you, Robin, Vandal, Paul. I know you guys are being goofs and clowns. Joe Serrano, you might have to go back and watch it. Thank you to Suzanne, who I bumped into last night. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Part of me thought, like, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go live. But I did it on Jean's new beautiful deck. And like I said a couple seconds ago, just bear with me. You know, this isn't an easy time. Just another thing to throw in my shitty luck bucket, you know. But yeah. And this is what I didn't want to be, as a Debbie Downer on my YouTube channel. So, one day at a time. Just breathe. Let's see. Love and hugs. Get some rest. Thank you, Robin. Stay positive and pray. Have a safe week, everyone. Joe Serrano said it just dawned on me. Nana, Latin-based. I thought it was Indian. Okay, when we get a mature lady.
Mercury.
Wow. That's a full tongue twister. Same to you, Robin. You know, I'll buzz you tomorrow. Thank you, Vandal, and your comedic. CR, thank you so much. Thank you to anyone that watches this back. I won't always be this, like, of a bummer, but, you know, cut me a break. Anybody that watches it back, thank you in advance. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the love and support. Videos will be out this week. I'm just hungry, so that's a good sign. If you watch this back, make sure you smash the thumbs up button or any videos from here on out. I would greatly appreciate it. Good night, Mel. Love you bunches. And my sincere condolences of the passing of Alfred. Thank you so much, Joe. Take care, Melody and people from CR. Love you, CR. On that note, love you all. And see you next Sunday and throughout this week. Wait to see all the zucchini. It is a sight for sore eyes, all that zucchini. But also a blessing. So love you all. I'll try. I did say I'll try to see if I could do a video of the whole deck patio and the furniture and everything. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Have a great week. And I will see you soon. And I have nothing to hold up. So that's that. Love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.